Our community is crazy, man. It's hilarious. We won too. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh, females lifting their butts up? Sure, yeah, get it, dragged and right, because you can drag a butt, right? Watch this one, right? There's a 1-2 right there, okay? This one is like, good defense, Lions. But okay, so here's this. We'll go with this one, okay? This is the tooth. See the tooth? See how the tooth is positioned? Right? So using a tooth to position. Look who's popping up, right? So that was all your, Mario and Luigi when you saw the birds, right? And there's a bunch of crazy things to this. All right, this is really cool. This is like right here. This one right here is like very, very just amazing, like Shadow of Colossus. This one, so we would cut that off right there. But like, isn't that cool? That's a hover. That's really good. So it's just like, oh yes, that's awesome. This is a cool 1, 2, 3 I like right here. These may not be too accurate, but this is looking good, right? That's good. See? Yeah. Yeah, they do not look friendly at all. They basically look like they look like it's the end of your life, or like you went to the place you're not supposed to go to, kind of thing. 1, 2, Zant, right? So this is pretty creepy seeing this because we have Zant, but who cares about Zant? We care about this, right? We care about Pokemon ZA, right? We care about the actual stuff that's actually happening, right? This is a hand, right? Remember Garium? Remember all the things that Garium has? He has how he holds his hands in that. Braces. 1, 2, 3. This one's a difficult one to decode. This has a 1, 2. I like this for Rise. See this? See how it's like a shape like this? So I like this for Rise. How you can the power of creation, right? And right? Holy crap, that's draining, man. Yeah, it's really draining in a yeah, it's a little too draining, right? It's draining of look at this 1, 2. See this 1, 2? 1, 2. It's very, very draining. It goes against a principle too, like you see how this is like a uni foot popping out, right? Okay. The base of a shoe, right? You know how a shoe can look, right? So that we have different kinds of shoes. Yes. See what I'm saying? We made new shoes, and there was these shoe styles that you would purchase, right? So you would go to the store and you'd purchase these shoes, right? 1 thing about this right here. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy that there might be a flea somewhere, see? So this is kind of like giving a hint at flea. This is good. When you cut this off, do you remember that movie do you remember we have Toast? Do you know Ren and Stimpy? Do you know that we have like a Toast character? And we have all kinds of certain toast. And we have commercials now in 2024 for what? Bread, right? I like how that one looks. See the spot on that? I like that one. That one's confusing. Why is that one confusing? Like SOTC confusing. We see a lot of this. I've been showing you a lot of this. But look how, if you choose to look at this, you're seeing the distortion. You know what I'm saying? You're just seeing distortion. So look, we have 2 different kinds of feet. We have a uni feet, right? Which would be like a foot without a shoe, right? And we got a shoe. And now the point outer, remember, Devil points out. The thing about Devil that I've seen is it likes to do peaks, which is pointing out, right? That's the best thing to do with a shell, is to keep making secrets, right? And you keep making secrets, and you keep making them. But when you make the secrets, you put a shell over it. You know, that's how you make, like, so you can make 2 secrets, but they have what they're all talking about, like all the similarities. This is a little more research into this. You'd be like Shadow of Colossus, but you have to do a little bit more research on that one, right? And then this one right here, this is why this is here. See how this is like moving and this is moving? And look at both of them having, see what they have? 1, 2, 3. Candy corn. Remember that game I showed you? It's on Xbox Game Pass, where you get the candy corn. And there's a lot of crazy things you can do in that game, and there's candy corn. There's a lot of little nice details that you can do when you're playing that game, which is a good game to play. It's a very good game to play. It's a game that I like. Oh, well, maybe the person could calm down, right? And if they could calm down, you get what I'm saying? They could calm down on the other video games that they play, right? And they could check out all the video games, right? That's hard for somebody to do, to check out every video game, you know, right? But like they should check out certain video games, right? And see why that's even a thing, right? Have you seen this? Yeah, you've seen this in your life. You're going to see this a lot in your life. Do you see this one right here? You will see this. And there will be people that know what this is. Okay? So people will know what that is. That's why I like to talk about Big Man, Mario 64. But guess what? In real human life, you're going to see something like that. And you look at it. So if you're to look at like a 1, 2 for BP, right? And BP exactly has this. So we're having feet and legs, right? You remember the picture of BP, right? The actual picture of BP. But this one's in a different illustration, so we have legs popping out, right? And this is Noah, okay? Noah, Xenoblade 3, people, characters, right? You know, dresses, all kinds of stuff, right? Xenoblade 3 is pretty dang confusing and really good. I really like it. There's not like when it comes to like a whole of like looking at video games and see if a video game is actually going to give you something, Xenoblade 3 does give you a lot. They give you plenty of stuff. My favorite part, and one of my favorite parts in Xenoblade 3, there's a lot of favorite parts in Xenoblade 3, you know. Like Xenoblade, when you're just meeting X and you're meeting all of her minions and all that. But one of my favorite ones is when you meet the little girls, right? In Xenoblade 3, you go and meet the little girls. You're going to have a meeting. See how creepy the setting sounds, right? You're going to go and meet the little girls. And you're going to do like these crazy fights with them, right? And then you're going to see, you know, the fight, right? And that's a good fight for the game. But you will see that, right? Look down here. 1, 2, 3. See, look all the way down here. I would go with this one, though. This one's confusing because there's a pointer right there, right? But I would go 1, 1, 2. See? This is being really mean right here. Look how mean this is. You ready? So we pointed to both of those. But look here. 1, 2. We want to look at creepy stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? We want to look at creepy stuff. We have an idea for this from Mario 64 Cake, right? This is something new I've showed you too. There's going to be Zelda Echoes of Wisdom coming out, right? But look what's in between them, right? What the heck? That's in between them? Oh, you ready for this? 1, 2, 3. So, if I make a secret, right? And I make another secret, and I make a secret of boobs, right? Okay, so I make one secret of boobs, right? But the next time I make a 1, 2, 3 of a face, right? That's my next idea of what I want to do. So now when we talk about slashes, 1, 2, right? So we have to talk about a slash. It's cool to focus on this. If you were to focus on this, that's why we were talking about this one right here. We're talking about the growers. The growers are just like crazy. You know what commercial came out, right? What commercial came out? Lady Gaga's commercial. Do you remember Lady Gaga's commercial? Yes, you do. A lot of people do. So Lady Gaga's commercial had a ton of surroundings, right? And sometimes you make something so simple. So how do you make something repetitive? First, I'm going to show you a commercial of mine. And for some reason, you did not see that commercial, right? What would I do? I'd make a video game that you're all going to play, Grand Theft Auto. And I'd put my song in what? A Grand Theft Auto game. And also, not only can you play Lady Gaga's song in Grand Theft Auto, right? You can play it around some crazy areas in Grand Theft Auto, right? So why would you try and even try? Let me try and tell you something. When Grand Theft Auto comes out, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, you can expect it's going to be crazy, right? That's what you can expect. You can expect it's going to be another feeling, right? Okay. When I started this, I pressed 1, 2, right? Okay. My foot, right, is stuck.